Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. So we have a pretty cheap team here for you guys to make, excuse me, if you guys are interested in climbing the divisions. In my honest opinion, it's not really worth climbing the divisions in my opinion, guys, because you start to face only the top tier players 24/7 that use the most meta teams possible. Like right now, I just hit 17-22 with this team. This is on my Xbox account, and we were just just playing, and then at some point you kind of just come up against those same teams all the time. You do come up against the same teams in general for Division 4 or 5, the Pogbas, the Contes, and all that kind of stuff, right? But this is a cheap team for you guys to use if you want to have some fun with FIFA. So we have Nelson Semedo, Eder Militão, Diego Carlos, Renan Lodi, William Carvalho, De Jong, Dembele, João Felix, Morales, and Gedge. If you guys look at the team here, we have great chemistry styles for each of the players, right? Nelson Semedo is on anchor. The rest of the defenders are on shadow. We have shadow and we have shadow on both of the CDMs because I am going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 in game. And it works really nicely because you have someone in De Jong who is medium-high work rates, playing in that CDM position. Medium high work rates is always important to have for at least one of the CDMs. But then you have someone like William Carvalho, who is medium work rates, playing in that midfield role. But it's okay because he has that 4-star weak foot. So having that 4-star weak foot on the left side is a very nice thing to have, right? Obviously, the biggest problem with his card is the lack of agility and balance, so his dribbling is obviously not going to be the best, but he's a very good defensive presence if you give him a shadow with his height of 6'2", big stock. He's a very good defensive player, and he transitions really well because transitioning in this game left and right is not necessarily fully oriented around agility and balance, and he doesn't necessarily need it. So he doesn't necessarily need it for the defensive part because it's better to have agility and balance than to not have it. But if you don't have it when you're defending, it's not that big of a problem, right? Like if you guys have ever defended with Witzel's very similar, doesn't have agility and balance, or good agility and balance, but he's able to transition left and right. We have Morales in the team for now. We have João Felix in the team for now. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There are moments where having the pace is important, right? So, trying to get players that have, good pace, that already have good dribbling is probably going to be a more ideal situation. But for the cheap options, João Felix is up top. João Felix, like I said, he's not the best option to use because his dribbling is not responsive enough, and his shooting is not high enough, and his pace is not high enough. But he's a cheap option, right? With a sniper chem style, you want to give them sniper chem style so that they're as responsive as possible. And then after that, you have someone like Morales, who I am playing as a right cam position. So I'll show you guys how I'm lining up in game with this team. It is a 4-2-3-1, right? Press after possession loss for 5 and 6. I don't do anything in game. I don't do that that team press. I tried it out in a draft. I don't like how effective it is because it's like it's not really like skilled defending. I like the skilled defending aspect, right? But anyways, depth is on 6, width is on 5, balance is on 5 for the width, and then 4 in the players in the box. The instructions are very nice as well. So it's stay back while attacking for the fullback, stay back while attacking cover center for the CDMs, stay back while attacking, or come back on defense and stay on the edge of the box for the cross. That fits my playstyle more, and it also kind of makes the players make specific runs that are a little bit better than they would normally, because getting inside the 18-yard box isn't going to mean anything if players are just going to auto-defend pretty much like a lot of the situations. So having them on the edge of the box and me trying to break down the play myself is the most ideal situation, right? So come back in defense, stay on the edge of the box for all of the cams, and then the strikers on stay central and come back in defense. I like stay central because, I don't know, it's weird like when they move to the sides, right? But then you also miss out on that one transitioning run they make when they're on the sides, transitioning into the middle. So that's something that you definitely need to be watching out for in the general sense. But generally speaking, I really do like how the team moves. There are obviously a few hiccups here and there. But like I said, I think the team moves really nicely. Roles, I probably have to adjust the roles too. It's not really necessarily a big deal as to who's taking my stuff, to be honest with you. Obviously, for counterattacks with corners, you'd probably want to adjust that in general. But yeah, it's a very nice team. I have some other tactics in the team that I am going to be trying out as well. I'm probably going to be trying out like the 4-2-2 at one point. I do have a 4-4-2, but that was like back then, right? You can see that I still have the tactics from back then. It was when this was like before the patch, because I haven't gone on my Xbox account for a while. But I think that the players are even out of position too. Like that's a formation. You have to put the 4-star weak foot on the left side, so on and so forth. I am going to be taking a look at all the tactics. I have a 4-2-4 and everything, but the 4-2-4 is obviously for my default tactic, so it's not necessarily one that I put myself. But yeah, it is what it is. I would say the nuisances in the team, the nuisance in the team is probably João Felix and Morales, because Morales, I gave him a hunter because he's playing on my sides, right? So if I give him a hunter and he's playing on my sides, it gives him that pace boost, which you don't necessarily feel too much, to be honest with you. But obviously, it's what I had to do. But his dribbling is very noticeable that it's not that high up. It's not really responsive to open up the space because the agility is not high enough, nor is the bounce. I think if I gave him a sniper card, he could potentially be really good. But I gave him a hunter just because I needed that pace. For João Felix, I could also give him a hunter, because his dribbling is probably better than Morales's, maybe potentially. I don't think it is because he needs the. He's also, I think, taller than Morales, which makes a difference. Different stock as well, right? But yeah, I'm personally hoping that for my PlayStation account, João Felix starts performing over the weekends because he did recently just return from injury. So I'm just personally hoping that he starts performing well for Atletico Madrid so that he can get some informs here and there. But yeah, that's the cheap team that you guys can use if you guys want. It's entirely up to you. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Enjoy the highlights, guys. I don't know how much I'm going to be using the lighting, guys, because the lighting is starting to bother my eyes a lot. So I know that if I turn off the light, it's not going to look as good, but I kind of just like focus on the gameplay in the background because I was playing with the lights off and I felt more at home and I felt like I wasn't working. I feel like when I have the lights open, I feel like I'm working because generally speaking, I wouldn't necessarily have the lights open if I wasn't streaming, and I don't like when streaming feels like a job, right? I like to just feel like I'm just playing the game, right? So maybe I can adjust lighting in a different way, but I might not be using the green screen, even though it obviously looks better like this. So just letting you guys know, just because of the whole streaming thing for long hours, don't want to with my mind, right? So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Why is my boy on FIFA right now? Oh, I'm so surprised. Yeah. Wow. You know. I just if it isn't my favorite person, favorito, favorito. Why do you hate yourself? If Danley's playing COD, he's playing the Call of Booties. You're always on my mind. Nice. Is it a Doge?